Grand Rising lineage. This is your brother Chief Flying Eagle Ra Elohim, aka the Black Identity Slayer. All right, so I'm gonna probably do a few videos today. I'm not sure, but I'm definitely gonna start with this one I came across. And this platform on Facebook is called Moving Abroad 222. So we're gonna listen to the video. I'm gonna make my comments as usual, and let's get into it.
All right, y'all. Here's the truth. This is the truth, honest truth, okay? Y'all should prepare to leave the United States.
She said, she said, this is the honest truth, right? Y'all should prepare to leave the United States.
You should prepare financially, mentally, physically to live in another country. I go back and forth from the United States to Rwanda, okay? It doesn't look good for America right now. Like, I'm going to give you a quick example. Airlines. There's a specific airline that is arresting people of color when they ask the status of their flight, especially when their flight has been canceled twice. Yeah. They actually will tell you, if you come to my kiosk again, I'm going to call the state police. The airport's in Logan. It's in actually Boston, but the airport name is Logan Airport. That's what's going on behind the scenes.
Well, and like I told y'all before, right? What's happening in the United States, it has nothing to do with illegal aliens, nothing whatsoever. All right. This is about control over us as the original people of the land. You feel me? But they started with the illegal aliens. They always give you a smoke screen to get to the bottom line. And I'm always going to tell you the reason. It's because we, the original people, are supposed to be stepping back up in power. And a lot of people who don't look like us, okay? I don't get into the color thing. I don't get into that. The skin color, I don't do that. However, a lot of Caucasians are afraid. They know we are supposed to get back in power. But what they're doing, the government, they are scared. They are afraid. It's all out of fear. When people are fearful, people get very dangerous. All right? Very dangerous because they get in a defensive mood. And that's what's happening. You did. So, with that being said, I'm always going to say this again. The true people behind the mask of things, they look like us. And soon enough, they are going to reveal themselves. Mark my words. Although this video is not really about that, but she did mention what's happening to people who look like us at that airport in Boston, at Logan Airport, right? They're literally, like she said, you did. So just to remind you, the bottom line, it's about us, the original people. Always remember that, okay? And that's why I teach and preach the collective unity, because it is continental already. It has always been continental. So we have to go back to the mindset of bringing back the collective from a continental perspective and take back what's ours. All right? That's what I stand on.
People are getting arrested for no reason with extreme force.
And a lot of poor people are getting arrested, like she said. I haven't verified this, right? With extreme force. And these people are not illegal aliens. They are not even aliens. They are not even immigrants. They're actually from the United States. Pay attention. All right.
Oh, this is usually not my content, but I just want to inform everyone that in order for you to leave the United States and be successful living in another country, you are going to have creativity. You're going to have adaptability. You're going to have to be flexible. I don't know if you saw my video that I was actually applying for a visa for the country of Rwanda. Thank goodness they gave it to me. But heed this advice. It is not a simple decision to make to leave the United States. I know we have all of our comfort foods, our comfort homes, our comfort air conditioners, heating, it's at our disposal. But in some countries, it's not like that. Now, one thing I can guarantee you by living in another country, especially the continent of Africa, is your freedom.
Why every time a lot of people talk about leaving the US, the first thing that comes to mind is Africa, thinking they're going to get freedom? You're still on somebody else's land. We are not indigenous to Africa. You feel me? But anyway, let's finish the video.
That's what I'm going to guarantee you is your freedom. Your freedom to drive a car without having to worry about getting pulled over or racial profiling. Eating fresh fruits and vegetables that are not tainted with pesticides and other chemicals that cause us to have cancer. You will have a sense of community that you never could imagine in a million years. And a sense of pride. That's what I can tell you if you decide to leave the United States. So check out Ricky Smiley's recent post that he did on the situation that's going on in the United States. All right, y'all.
Right.
Here's the truth.
I'm gonna stop
This is
sharing
the
my
truth.
screen here, and I'm gonna get back to my commentary. All right. Is it the best solution to leave the United States? There's nothing wrong in living in the United States and going to different parts of the Americas. Like, people keep forgetting that America is a continent, and you don't have to run to Africa and leave your motherland. Everything she mentioned, you could go into different parts of the Americas and experience that. It doesn't matter where you go. You could always face some type of challenges, whether it's in Africa, whether it's in different parts of the Americas. You feel me? So going to Africa doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have the freedom or the peace of mind that you think you're going to have based on what people are talking about in terms of, oh, well, we all came from Africa. Nah, these people know we are not Africans. All right. So what you will realize is, even when you go to Africa, you still have to look for people from the Americas. All right. And create your own little community in isolation until you warm up to the indigenous people in Africa. I've seen many videos where people talking about that experience, right? So is it a good idea to move out of the US? Like I said, it's not a bad idea if you just go within different parts of the Americas, right? If you feel like you want to go to Africa, Thailand, different places, I mean, that's cool. But this is our motherland. And my stance on this is, we should not allow, colonizers, you feel me, foreigners, the real immigrants on our land, to push us out. That's the goal. The goal is to push us out. It's another form of discovery, so to speak. We know they were there, but we're going to say we discovered it and push them out. Is the history repeating itself? So what have we learned? Apparently, a lot of people haven't learned anything. So I'm going to stay here and fight for what's ours. It belongs to us. That's our birthright. It's our blood right. The only thing is, we have to unite. It's imperative. I mean, we have no choice but to unite. Forget our differences. Let's focus on the common issue. And the common issue is a lot of our people, regardless of where they're from in the Americas, they are being faced with judgments, okay, cruelty, forced assimilation is happening, and it's gonna start. It's gonna continue to happen, and it's gonna happen on a bigger scale because the system is gonna ramp up their propaganda. They're gonna ramp up the plans that they have for people who look like us, regardless of where you are born in the Americas. Y'all really think this is about illegal immigrants and people that's not from the US? Oh no. That's what they got to give you because they always got to create the in division first. You see, in divide, individual, divide us individually. Divide us from the all. That's what individual means. Divide within the all. Individual. So it's a concept that has always existed and still work. But what people don't realize within the paradigm of what we are in right now in regards to vibration frequency, all right, it's about the all coming together, but they have to keep pushing division. You feel me? I know the game. I see the game. But you do what works for you. I don't know your situation. I can't tell you what to do. But for me, I'm going to stay and fight and stand for what's mine, my inheritance. I'm not going to walk away from that. Do you feel like if you want to take a break? Yeah, you take a break a couple of months, but come back home. This is our home. This is where we belong. Let's fight for ours. That's just my advice. All right. It would be much easier, once again, if we could come together in pockets. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when I say pockets, I'm talking about, all right, boom. Some of our people gather here, another set gather here, but we all on the same, mental, the mindset, the same mindset. We all should have the same mindset, no matter where we at. All right. That's just my take on that, though. Home is home. America is our motherland.